Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeffrey, and in today's video we're going to be doing a quick review and rundown of the New Balance 650R by Aime on Dore, and we're going to be comparing it to ALD's 550 release also. So a quick rundown of how I got these sneakers. So basically they did a pre-order back in July of 2021 for these sneakers in the blue, green, and navy colorways. And yes, I waited since July to receive the sneaker, and it's April now. I finally received the shoes. And honestly, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be something new. I feel like they're going to do new things with the sneaker, not just release the same colorways, which they originally are doing right now. I feel like they're going to add new stuff to it, new materials and stuff like that, because it would be kind of boring if they just released this. And it also allows and opens the door for New Balance to just also start releasing GRs with this model. And I believe the 650Rs are going to be on the map this year as one of the new hottest sneakers that release. So we're just going to quickly break down the sneaker. So this sneaker actually originally released in 1989, and of course New Balance and ALD repurposed it to release it this year brand new again, just like they did with the 550s in 2020. They said we're going to release this in 2022. Now, once again, the only way you were able to buy the sneaker and the only way you're able to get this right now is if you were to pre-order it back in July 2021. Of course, they're going to do a bigger general release, probably of the same three colorways, the gray, navy, and green colorways for the public. But again, that's probably going to be insta purchase, insta cop, just like the 550s. So if you really want these after seeing this review, I highly recommend following their mailing list, following their IG, all that stuff, so you know when they release again for the public, and look out for future colorways of this sneaker. So as I do a review of this sneaker, I'm actually going to be comparing a lot of stuff to the original 550s, just so you understand, because one, if you're watching this video, it's because you have the 550s and you want now the 650s and you weren't able to purchase them before. Or two is you missed out on the 550s and you're not willing to pay that resale price for them, and so now you're just going to pay the lower price for basically essentially the same sneaker. And we'll get to that, why I think like that in a bit. So first things first is they finally I don't know if it's New Balance or ALD who's the one choosing it, but they finally gave us a hard box. So yes, you heard that correctly. ALD and New Balance have finally giving us a hard box for the, I guess you could say the 650/550 models, because as compared to the original box, I don't know how my box is not even destroyed, but this is a flimsy cardboard box that you have to, lift open. So thank God we don't have to deal with that no more. So we have a nice hard sturdy box. If you're a fan of collecting the boxes and stuff like that, storing the box, or you keep your shoes in the boxes themselves. So I can only imagine if you actually keep your sneakers in the same boxes, that you had to keep lifting that flimsy box and putting it back on. That must have been insanely annoying for you guys. But finally, a nice hard cardboard box makes life a lot easier. So as you can see, the colorway of the box is exactly the same as the original 550s. No difference to the sizing on the tag either. I picked these up in a size 10. The original ones I also got in a size 10. And you can see the New Balance branding on the top of the lid, and it's all around the box, same exact box. The only thing that's actually different is, other than the material and the build, is going to be that the 550 on this actually did change to 650, so the attention to detail, they weren't going to mess that up. And we'll look at the inside of the box just for legit check purposes, but on the inside of the box on the lid, we have an inspection sticker, and we also have an inspection sticker on the bottom of the box, as you can see right there. And we have the same paper from the original collaboration of ALD, still the same paper in there. All right, so that was the box real fast. And when I'm telling you that this is gonna be a quick review, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. Hopefully this video is under 10 minutes, but spring on the shoe. Here's the sneaker. As you can see, it's a very nice, beautiful looking high top sneaker, and I'm actually very impressed because they're using the same quality materials, but they actually did put their own spin on it. I'm going to put up a picture of the 650Rs from way back then. As you can see, these do not look the same when it comes to the very upper of the sneaker. That is something they changed, and I'm going to go over this real fast. So first things first is, let me tell you that yes, these do come with extra laces. They come with the nice beige colorway. The white ones come on, and they come with a pair of gray laces in the box. These weren't attached to my shoes for some reason, but these were, so something to note. So let's do a quick comparison of everything that's similar with the sneaker. So as you can see, the bottom of the soles, obviously these are much darker because I've been wearing them and they're dirty. But the 550s and the 650s, identical soles, not a single difference. When it comes to the sole, we have the gray and we have the white right here, pattern all along the bottom. If you go to the midsole of the sneakers, again, the exact same midsoles all around the sneaker, not a single thing has changed. And I mean, I guess this is a good thing because I actually wouldn't want too much change. Basically, you're comparing a Jordan 1 high to a Jordan 1 low. Nothing has really changed other than the shape of the shoe, which honestly is not bad because that's what you want in the sneaker. But also, if there was change, you'd want it to be good change. So we'll talk about the good change in a few, but as you can see, if we compare the overall shape of the sneaker, the shape of the sneaker is honestly the exact same. Quite literally, only that is added onto the sneaker, as you can see. Moving on to the uppers, as you can see, we have the perforated leather and regular leather all around the sneaker, exactly the same as the 550s. As you can see, we have the perforations also running along the toe box, and in the back we have the classic Aime Dore New York logo, same thing as the original 550s right there. And just like what I felt like they did on the 550s, they made the end look like it's, I guess, falling apart, as you could say, or vintage, to give a vintage look. Same exact ends on both the 550s and the 650s, not a difference there. As you can see in the toe box, they also have this gray patch right here of mesh, I guess for added ventilation. That was also on the original 550s. Now we're gonna get to where it's different, which is what this video is about. But we're trying to review the 650s, and there has to be something different. Well, first difference that I noticed is that on the tongue, obviously the tongue is definitely longer than the 550 tongue, and which is crazy because it's weird to see this on the ALD and 550/650. It's weird to see this, is that we have the actual lace loop to throw laces in, and it matches the tongue, so it's like a creamy yellow, and that's freaking weird when I saw that. Like, that's kind of sick. And also, of course, it reminds me of Jordan, because Jordan's is like only high tops that I own. And honestly, it's freaking weird to see that, and it's actually sick because you can throw your laces through there now. Obviously, they didn't have those on the 550s. You don't need them really. Tongue's not gonna move, but the tongue won't move when it's longer, and now you have a lace loop to throw your laces through. When it comes to the actual tongue, it says ALD, and now it says 650 on top, and then you have the Apple basketball right there, you already know, and the New Balance logo. And that was also on the 550s, except it said 550 right there. After the end, there's a big line of stitching right here that goes from the eyelets down to about the mid panel, and that was never on the original sneakers. You know, there's more material to work with, so now you can add more stuff. Okay, so now another difference you're gonna notice is that usually on the eyelets right here, it would turn to mesh on the 550s. Now this extra piece of leather material makes like a sharp edge right here. It curves inwards and out. So I think that's a nice design. That's gonna be, you know, that is the design of the 650 now. That's gonna be on all the sneakers. As you can see, now we have a New Balance written out logo. I think that looks sick, and it's in a cream colorway. It's not in white, which also I think that detail is actually pretty nice. This part under the word New Balance is actually on the 550s, but everything after that is cut off on the 550s because that's a low top model. So now this is what's been added to the 650 high tops. After the word New Balance, you can see this little gray portion wraps around the whole sneaker. I think that adds for more security because this actual whole added part is made of mesh, which adds for a lot of comfort, and definitely the mentality that this is a basketball sneaker, or was meant to be played basketball in. And so honestly, you want that so that when you make sharp turns and stuff like that, you know, your handles and stuff, your ankles and your heel will not be shredded to bits like a Jordan 1 would probably do. And you can see they also added 3 more eyelets. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. Those were not on the original 550s. And it's also on the leather panel, so it's secure, so your laces won't go everywhere or go crazy or get frayed. You can see that the added piece of mesh has a bit of detailing stitching right here, so that it's not just one big piece of mesh. And honestly, I'm trying to make it seem like that there's more to it, but there is not more to it. All they did was make it a high top sneaker. They just added mesh so that it's comfortable, and extended the eyelets, gave you a longer tongue, gave you a lace loop so that you could throw your laces through. And that is actually it. It is the same exact sneaker, it's just a high top version. So one difference that I did notice actually is that the inserts are different colors. As you can see, this is a gray insert with white writing, and in the original it's the other way around. It's a white insert with gray writing. And also something to note is that New Balance is actually written on both sides of the sneaker, just in case you guys were wondering. But honestly, that's actually it. I'm actually really excited for this sneaker, not for these colorways specifically, because honestly, in my eyes, if you have the 550s, if you're a super crazy fan and you just need to collect all of the things ALD makes or New Balance makes, 100% get these. These are a beautiful sneaker. I 100% recommend these. If you don't have the 550s, get these. They're cheaper right now. They do the same thing the 550s do, and honestly, they will turn into 550s if your sneakers drape over the top. They're literally the same thing. So definitely recommend getting the sneaker. That's my true recommendation. My sizing recommendation for the sneakers, I've tried them on, and honestly, I say take exactly the same size you got in your 550s, no matter what. Just stick with it. If there was no problem with the size you got in your 550s, take them in your 650s. There's no difference in the shape of the shoe. They just added extra padding and length to the sneaker, so literally no difference. My personal recommendation is I have a slightly wide foot and I'm a size 10, and I got these in the size 10 and I got these in the size 10. My true size. I did not size down. A lot of people recommend sizing down for this. If you have narrow feet, I think you can get away with sizing down. If you don't have narrow feet, I wouldn't recommend it because your toes can get really cramped and hurt after wearing these for a long period of time. So that's my recommendation. Just be careful on that. For reference, I'm a size 10 also in Jordan 1s, and on Yeezy 350s and Yeezy 700s, I go up half a size to size 10 and a half. So took these in my true size 10, and yeah, hopefully that helps with that. We're gonna just throw the on foot on real fast, but yeah, that's my quick review of this sneaker. It's a beautiful sneaker. It's just a high top version of the 550s, and you honestly cannot miss with that. It's just such a simple recipe. They could not miss. All they have to do now is just make good nice colorways, and ALD honestly has no problem doing that. So let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this sneaker. If you're gonna pick this up, if you're gonna pass and wait for future colorways and stuff like that, let me know your opinion. I'm very interested into what people are thinking. This is definitely going to be an amazing spring summer sneaker with shorts and long socks. I already see the outfits that people are gonna make with this. So yeah, I 100% do recommend this sneaker. So yeah, I'm gonna throw these on feet real fast. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, and please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Probably something I can do, but with your help, I can definitely achieve that. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching the video. Stay safe. I'm out.